OSHA does not specify a maximum slope that a forklift can negotiate for safety reasons. However, the American National Standards Institute Standard B56.1-2021 provides the following guidance. For normal operating conditions, forklifts should be operated on slopes no greater than 10%. Under exceptional circumstances, forklifts may be operated on slopes up to 15% for short distances and with extreme caution. The maximum slope that a forklift can safely negotiate depends on several factors. Firstly, forklift type. Electric forklifts typically have better traction than internal combustion engine forklifts. Secondly, load weight. Heavier loads require more traction to climb slopes. Thirdly, ground conditions. Wet, icy, or uneven surfaces reduce traction. Fourthly, operator experience. Inexperienced operators should avoid steep slopes. Fifthly, forklift modifications. Forks with additional traction, such as grabbers or chains, can improve slope climbing ability. It is always recommended to consult the manufacturer's specifications for the specific forklift model. If possible, avoid negotiating slopes that exceed 10%. If it is necessary to climb slopes, drive slowly, keep the load level, and use caution. Train operators on proper slope negotiation techniques. Install warning signs or barriers to alert operators of potential slopes. It is crucial to understand that these guidelines are in place to prevent accidents and ensure the safety of both the operator and those working around the forklift. Operating a forklift on a slope presents unique challenges. The center of gravity shifts, making the forklift more prone to tipping. The load can also shift, further destabilizing the machine. The braking distance increases, requiring operators to anticipate stops well in advance. Traction becomes a critical factor, as the tires need to maintain a firm grip on the surface to prevent slippage. Each of these factors can be amplified by the type of forklift being used. Electric forklifts generally have a lower center of gravity and better weight distribution than internal combustion engine forklifts, providing them with superior stability on slopes. However, they may have limitations in terms of power and battery life, which could affect their ability to climb steep inclines with heavy loads. Internal combustion engine forklifts, on the other hand, offer more power but can be more challenging to control on slopes due to their higher center of gravity and less precise handling. The weight of the load is another critical consideration. Heavier loads not only increase the risk of tipping but also require more traction to overcome the force of gravity. It is essential to ensure that the forklift is properly rated for the load being carried and that the load is evenly distributed to maintain stability. Ground conditions can also significantly impact a forklift's ability to negotiate slopes safely. Wet, icy, or uneven surfaces reduce traction, making it more difficult to control the machine. In such conditions, it is essential to reduce speed and use extra caution to avoid skidding or losing control. Operator experience plays a crucial role in slope negotiation. Inexperienced operators may not be aware of the risks involved or may lack the skills necessary to handle the machine safely. Proper training is essential to ensure that operators understand the principles of stability, load handling, and slope negotiation techniques. Forklift modifications can also enhance a forklift's ability to climb slopes. Forks with additional traction, such as grabbers or chains, can improve grip and prevent slippage. However, it is important to ensure that any modifications are approved by the manufacturer and do not compromise the safety of the machine. In addition to these factors, there are several other considerations that should be taken into account when operating a forklift on a slope. Before negotiating a slope, it is essential to inspect the area for any obstacles or hazards. This includes checking for potholes, debris, or other obstructions that could cause the forklift to lose control. It is also important to ensure that the slope is clear of pedestrians or other equipment. When climbing a slope, it is recommended to drive straight up or down, avoiding any sharp turns or sudden movements. This helps to maintain stability and prevent the forklift from tipping. It is also important to keep the load tilted back slightly to prevent it from sliding forward. When descending a slope, it is crucial to maintain a slow and controlled speed. Avoid using the brakes abruptly, as this could cause the forklift to skid. Instead, use engine braking to control the speed of the machine. If the forklift starts to skid, steer in the direction of the skid to regain control. In addition to these operational guidelines, there are also several safety precautions that should be taken to prevent accidents. Operators should always wear a seatbelt when operating a forklift, especially on slopes. This helps to protect them in the event of a tip-over or other accident. Forklifts should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are in good working condition. This includes checking the brakes, tires, steering, and other critical components. Any repairs should be performed by qualified technicians. Warning signs or barriers should be installed to alert operators of potential slopes. This helps to prevent accidents by reminding operators to use caution when approaching these areas. Emergency procedures should be in place in case of an accident. This includes having a plan for evacuating the area, providing first aid, and reporting the incident. It is also important to have a designated person responsible for overseeing forklift safety. This person should be knowledgeable about OSHA regulations, ANSI standards, and best practices for forklift operation. They should also be responsible for conducting safety audits, providing training, and investigating accidents. It is essential to create a culture of safety in the workplace. This means encouraging employees to report hazards, providing them with the necessary training and equipment, and holding them accountable for following safety procedures. By taking these steps, it is possible to minimize the risk of accidents and ensure the safe operation of forklifts on slopes. Remember to always prioritize safety and follow the guidelines provided by the manufacturer and relevant industry standards.